With the launch of Black Ops Cold War, one of the things that I've been watching or paying a ton of attention to over this opening weekend here, besides playing it myself, I've been playing it quite a bit, but also on one of my other monitors, I've had some of these pro tournaments up. So that Thursday night, there was a 3v3 one and done. I actually uploaded the winner of that video yesterday. It was Simp, Envoy, and Dashy. They came out, they won that kickoff tournament. And then today, so Friday, or towards the end of Friday, as I'm recording this at Saturday, but towards the end of Friday, there was a 4v4 one and done Search and Destroy tournament that Simp, ABEZY, Cellium, and Arcitys in the Atlanta Faze ended up winning. That's what we're going to be watching here. As we go further into Saturday, we're going to have the Atlanta Faze $25,000 kickoff tournament. And then Sunday, Optic Chicago is having a $25,000 kickoff tournament. So Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's competitive play all over the place. And one of the things, or most of those kickoff tournaments that they've been playing, has been featuring Search and Destroy. And that's what we're going to be watching today. So we are playing on the map Cartel here. You can see right in the middle that it's 6 rounds to win. Right now it's 4-2. Most of the time when I break down Search and Destroy, I like to do the last 3 rounds. So what you're going to see here is Atlanta's actually going to end up losing this Search and Destroy round. It's going to go to 4-3. And then they're going to win 2 in a row. We're going to see them on offense and getting a win on defense. They'll end up winning this 6-3. And this was against Dylan, Shawnee, Zed, and Alex. This was actually to win this tournament. So before we do that, I just want to make sure this is a brand new game, brand new map. I want to make sure everybody's fully aware of what's going on here. So as we go ahead and bring up the map here for Cartel Search and Destroy, you'll see that you have offense over here on the left-hand side with the bomb. You have defense, what we were just watching from Simp. Defense spawns right here. And the first thing that I want to point out is just how close these B bomb sites and the A bomb sites, how close these bomb sites are to spawn, right? If you're looking at the discrepancy here, you have the left spawn on the left over here. You have right spawn over here. And a lot of the times what you see are bomb sites like in this area, so that it's somewhat in the middle. But this game's a little bit different in that regards. So as we're watching this, if you're on defense, what you're going to see a lot is right now it's super early. So teams are just going to come up here and maybe just play around here. You're also going to see people go mid and play. This is this coil right here, or right where this P1 hardpoint location is. Those are areas that offer some pretty good head glitches where people like to sit. And then when you come down towards A, this is, and we'll see this a little bit later, but once you get inside this warehouse over here at A, there are head glitches everywhere, and it's really tough to get planted inside of A. You can watch it. There's a little step up right here where you can watch the front and watch this flank down towards the bottom of the map. So that's kind of the defensive strategy. If you're on offense, there's not really much to say. One thing that you do like to avoid is you want to try to avoid this area as much as you can, just because each one of these little lines right here that you see on the mini map, those are all lines of plants, that super tall grass that featured on this mode. So if you can hit, like run through here and then try to get around to the A site, or if you want to just hit the top side of the map and go B. I know there's a ton of stuff going on the screen right here, but that's kind of where the strategies are at for right now. So as we go ahead and hop back into the gameplay, you're going to see Simp at the beginning here. He's going to switch to this Krieg, which is interesting. So as I've been watching this, Simp's been running an AR. So he's been running this Krieg assault rifle along with Arcitys. So they kind of have this 3 AR meta at the moment, because as you're going to see in a later round, Cellium is also using an AR, and Cellium's actually using a thermal sight. I think, and we'll talk a little bit about the thermal sight later when he is using it, but I think there are so many there are so many key perks in that third slot, such as Dead Silence or Ninja. There's Ghost, there's Cold Blooded, that there's so many there that it really doesn't offer people a lot of options in terms of, well, are you going to use Ghost and are you going to use Ninja? Well, then you might not have Cold Blooded available. Interesting that he didn't see that guy pushing over there. So he does end up getting dropped right there. Cellium gets a 2-piece and then he gets traded out. So that's what happens in this map, right? There's so much open space right in the middle of the map that it just comes down to, I mean, look, Dylan right there ends up getting the 2-piece, so he gets that final kill on Cellium. But you don't actually see these guys until they're like right in front of your face. I couldn't imagine this will end up being a map that we play in Search and Destroy throughout the entirety of the year, but I've been wrong before. So left-hand side, you can see that there are 4 blue dots, which means they've won 4 rounds. There are 3 red dots, which means that London team has won 3 rounds. As of right now, it's 4v4 as we're about to push here, and you can see that Simp is pushing down towards the bottom of the map. So trophy goes out, which means obviously they're not going to get stunned or naded. Nice nade right there. So what that did, and you're going to see this. So let me bring up the minimap again just real quick. So right now they came up off of spawn and they ran over here towards this opening. What you just saw out of Simp is from this location, he threw a nade and he took out anybody that would have been in this location. So what that tells them is that there's nobody from the other team in this area right here. So not that the front door is open, but there's nobody watching that. Now, what you're going to see as this round moves on is you're going to see them push inside this little room, and this little room is tough because you can have so many stuns and nades that go inside that room, but you're also going to see Simp be from here and throw a nade over towards this back corner. And even if he doesn't get the kill, he's trying to see where they're at, right? Are they in this portion of this warehouse? Are they sitting in this top warehouse portion? So while he didn't kill anybody there, it's really important in terms of trying to get information just to see what's available. So they cleared out at least that front corner, which means they can push up a little bit further. And now Simp is entering this room. Again, this room is tough. I love the fact that they threw a smoke there. And you'll see that Cellium also has that thermal, right? So he throws a smoke and now he's looking through the thermal. So another thing to take into account right there. And now's the nade, right? Cellium didn't see anybody in the back. They could have cold-blooded. Simp throws that nade, which also clears it out. That allows Cellium to push forward. He gets the person. He gets Shawnee on flank. And now it's a 3v2. Cellium gets a kill right there on Zed, and I think he gets a pistol kill also. Yeah, he gets a pistol kill. So nice round out of Cellium, but I just wanted to point out the fact that they methodically move up the map, right? They get to that cut, they end up throwing a nade, clearing out that front quarter, and there's the cold-blooded kill right there. It'll be interesting to see if this strategy is one that ends up sticking. If they're going to be using smokes and looking through it with scopes and stuff like that, then maybe you'll see some things change up a little bit. People will be running cold-blooded more often, but again, just a really methodical, really nice job of clearing out each individual space inside of that warehouse and then finally getting inside. So as of right now, it's 5-3. You see Simp with the snipe. He's going to look over towards that cut that they just ended up pushing towards the A warehouse. And this is the big point right here. So as he's looking at this, obviously there's stuff everywhere, right? It'd be really hard. I mean, think about all the different lines of sight that he could get killed from. So what he ends up doing, this is a really smart move, is he throws a stun and he just puts it right there in the middle of the screen. So if there's somebody looking at him from here or this line of sight or over here towards this oil well or up here, just if he throws that general stun, it allows him to see if people are going to be pushing him from mid-map. So when he throws that and it goes off and he doesn't get a hit marker, now it allows him to say, okay, well, I've got a little bit of space to work with and to push up here. Just as that happens, it's in a 2v2 scenario. It looks like Dylan got a couple kills. Nice snipe right there. He almost gets a quick scope. He gets traded out by Dylan. We're in a 1v1. And when Cellium gets close, we're going to go ahead and stop it right there. You can see in the minimap, top left-hand corner, you see that dot ends up showing up. So if you're Cellium, you have the high ground. You know that the other person is underneath you. So as we watch this play out, he's got this. And actually, I think is it Shawnee that's left? It's Dylan that's left. He ends up getting that kill, and that person actually did have cold-blooded. So he wasn't able to get away, but it was a really nice play out of him. You're going to see a two-piece right here out of Dylan. Gets the first kill, gets the second kill on Arcitys, but it wasn't enough. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As we move on, remember, Saturday you have the Atlanta Faze $25,000 kickoff tournament. Come Sunday, you have the Optic Chicago. It still feels weird to say that, but the Optic Chicago $25,000 kickoff tournament where hopefully we'll get to see some control or hardpoint. I know I'll be watching all day. As we go throughout the weekend, I'll be uploading those matches that are in the finals and those super clutch moments. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a like. It really helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much. We will see you in tomorrow's upload.